just my first thoughts on the Helion Invictus 10MT truck. Ran it today a couple of times. I ran a couple of lipos through it, and the truck actually handled and ran pretty good. I was actually impressed because the speed of it, it was probably about 30, between 28 and 30 on a 2S lipo. With the 9.6, it ran about the same as the 2S lipo. Was no big difference or deal in speed. With a 3S lipo, it actually got up to about 45-ish or so. It didn't hit quite 50, I don't think, but it might have. But it still ran pretty good. But one of the problems when I actually put the 3S lipo in was the motor got real hot. After about 2 or 3 minutes of running, I had actually ran a 2S pack actually through it. We checked the motor temps, and it was actually at about 180 degrees. And that was running with a 3S for about 2 or 3 minutes. So I went ahead and added this heat sink to it. I may change the motor out to a Castle later on. I'm not sure. But I'm not sure how this thing's going to handle because the weather's getting hotter as well. The other only caveat to this truck is this battery tray. They created this battery tray to fit the 9.6 volt battery in it, but you see, it doesn't really do well for fitting lipos in it. This is a standard hard case 2S lipo, and the balancing plugs you see are on the far end, and the actual battery plug is on the other end. And when you try to put this in here, it may fit somewhat, but the balancing plug, see right here, may actually get caught up, and eventually if you keep pulling it in and out, that balancing plug is going to come out the battery. So that's not the best thing in the world. The other thing is that I run some 8,000 milliamp 2S LiPo batteries. These are the Joratrax ones. This is one of my older ones, but the other one is over there. And also, this is about the same size as my 3S LiPos, 5,000 hard cases. You see that these just will not fit in there, even though the balancing plug and the battery plug on the same end. It just won't fit in there. That can be another problem too if you're going to purchase this truck. The only ones that seem to fit would be the Traxxas lipos. They're 2S's and 3S's because they are a lot thinner and they're a lot longer and they can actually fit in there, but most of the other ones will not. So in order to get this to fit in, I had to put it like at an angle and strap the straps over it and get that down. So I don't think, no, in order to change this out, you'd have to have a whole nother chassis for that, or get lipos that would fit for it. So if you have standard lipos, 3S, it's not going to work too well in here, unless you have a Traxxas one. Other than that, everything else seemed to be pretty good. It ran well and it handled well. It kind of did remind me of my Stampede 4x4 when I first got it and ran it on 2S and 3S. It brought back some of those handling memories. So it actually handled and ran pretty well. I'm going to take it to the track this weekend, and I'll get some running videos. It's going to rain tomorrow, so I'm going to test the waterproofness of this truck, and we'll go out from there. So stay tuned for a couple more videos on this. So far, so good with it. It's just some of the things with the battery tray I don't like. I wish they wouldn't have done it like that, but every car has something that needs to be adjusted or fixed on it. So stay tuned for more videos.